catch me, don't you catch me.
What's going on, everybody? We're back again with the fourth video. Today I want to talk to you guys about some stuff that's been going on in my life since I've been basically a young adult, probably about 14 years old. One of the main things I've dealt with in my life was depression. It's been all around me. My mom dealt with severe depression. My sisters dealt with depression. That's 3 and 5 members out of my family members in the house that have dealt with depression. I want to talk to you guys about ways you can get over your depression and things that cause depression or things that can cause depression. And mine have all stimulated from relationships. When I was 14, I got into a real serious relationship. The past couple years of my life, for about the past 5 years of my life, I spent so much time trying to forget what was going on that I get all my times mixed up. So I'm gonna just tell you guys, I was around 14, right around 8th grade year, going into my freshman year. I got into a real serious relationship, and we were together for 2 years, and just things didn't work out the right way. And she just ended up leaving, and I woke up every day not wanting to be here. You know, it's kind of weird when you see somebody like me, and you know, I'm always happy. I'm a jittery guy. I like talking to everybody. I'm extroverted. You know, like I'm just a real happy guy. But there was a point in my life to where I was real dark and I was real down all the time. I'd wake up sometimes, I'd just cry. You know, like people don't understand what it's like to not be wanted sometimes. But that's how I felt for the majority of my life. You know, in that span of my years, I'm not really gonna count anything before that because I was young and my brain wasn't functioning the correct way for me to actually feel like an individual. But you know, when you get into your teenage years, you start to develop your own morals and principles and your values, and that's what kind of happened. So I had to learn how to love myself all over again, and that's pretty hard, but that's why you guys see me doing what I'm doing now, because I know what it feels like to be down and to not have anybody in your corner, to wake up every day and not want to be wanted, not knowing that you're loved by, you know, just the people around you. And I mean, it's hard to get over it sometimes, but it's just what you got to go through. Like, time heals all wounds, and experience comes one day at a time. So you got to really set your mind on the process of getting better. And that's why I love myself the way I do now. And that's why it's so hard to deter me from what I want now, because after that depression, I became a man. And like I said at church, adversity makes men out of boys. And that's what I was. I was a boy dealing with depression, and it turned me into a man. That's why certain things don't get to me now. That's why you guys see me act the way I do. And that's why I want to empower the world around me, because there's so many kids out here, and adults, you know, just people in general that deal with depression, but they never have an outlet for it. So if you guys ever need any help talking about anything like that, you guys can come to me. And you don't even have to be like real, you know, open about it. Just let me know what you're going through, and I could give you some advice. Some of the ways I've dealt with it was I would always surround myself with good people, with positive energy. And like I said, you got to really focus on loving yourself first and find something that you want to do. And that's what really got me through it. It took 2 years, and then after that, like just recently, there's been things going on. I had my heart ripped out of my chest again. And like I said, I spent so much time in my adult life trying to forget everything that I really get my time mixed up. So it's like it's really weird, you know, to think about things like that. Like, you know, I get my days, my months, and my years mixed up and stuff like that. But it's because I've spent so much time trying to forget. And I don't want you guys to repress your memories or anything like that. I want you guys to let your memories and your depression be your strength, because, I mean, out of all darkness comes light, you know, and out of weakness comes strength. But you got to lift that, you know, that stuff off your shoulder. You got to lift that depression off your shoulder. And that's what I had to do, you know. And like I tell everybody, I'm 19, but I've been through a lot of things. And, I mean, my struggle is not as bad as everybody else's, but it's my struggle nonetheless. And my struggle just includes depression, and that's what it is. Like, I felt lonely my whole life. And I mean, it's not really a bad thing. When you're lonely, you get to learn yourself. And I've been doing a lot of learning about myself. And I learned that I love everybody around me and that I wish no harm on anybody. And I want you guys to feel that way too. And this isn't really a motivational video. It's really a real talk with you guys to let you know more about myself and where I come from and my background and stuff. And I come from a background to where, you know, like my dad, he's not real emotional. My mom's super emotional. So I'm always in a constant fight with myself, and that's where the depression comes in. The depression comes in from my mom's side because she's dealt with it. She deals with anxiety and stuff like that, and I do too. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the case. And the way I deal with anxiety is I usually try to turn my phone off or something like that. I try to turn my phone off, and like I said, surround myself with positive people, because what a lot of people don't realize is the more you surround yourself by negativity, the more negative you become. So whatever you can do to lift your spirits, you need to do that. And now that I get a chance to speak to you guys as an outlet, like I'm no longer as sad, or I don't slip into depression as often, but I still do it sometimes, and it's just a process. It's just a process of me getting older now. If you're an adult and you deal with depression, I mean, it's the same thing, you know, like just take time to love yourself and mature a little bit, because I mean, we could all use the room to grow up. It's not like I'm judging anybody or anything like that. It's just stuff that I've dealt with too. And if you have any other problems, you can feel free to come to me too. I just want to tell everybody, you know, I thank you guys for supporting what I am doing, and that's all it's about. You know, you got to realize your talent and potential and go out and do what you want to do. Like I tell, like on my business cards, it says, you know, I'm a motivational speaker, but my job is to empower the world. And you know, like being 19, telling people that, you know, they don't really believe you, but I believe in myself enough to know that I'm gonna change the world. It's one of my traits. I don't doubt myself. There's no reason to doubt myself because I've known what I've come through. You know, you guys got to appreciate yourself before anybody else can appreciate you. And I really thank you guys for being a part of this, the Young Motivator, TYM, Treasure Your Moment, and giving me an outlet to speak and stuff like that. And like I said, everything is coming along slowly, but it's coming along. I really do appreciate you guys, and I want you guys to go out and own your day to your fullest potential and to your fullest capacity. I thank you guys for being here. Passionate, persistent, throw your arms up and go out and own your day.